is, I wanted to make a video to let you know that I'm feeling better. I still sound a little nasally, but I think the worst is over. But thank you so much for all of your well wishes and the get well soon. I really appreciate it. I think it helped spur me on to get, of course now I got a call, spur on to get better. I don't have a haul this week, so my video might be really short and hopefully not too boring. But I did have a chance to stitch a little bit this week, but I only worked on a couple of things. This week the weather has been interesting to say the least. Thursday we had freezing drizzle, and which made ice on the roads, and so school was a 2-hour late start. This weekend we've had bitter cold temperatures with wind chill advisories, 20 to 30 below. I woke up this morning and it was 14 below zero air temperature. But my car did start, yay! So it's supposed to warm up a little bit this week, but not to where I would like it to be, but this is January in South Dakota, right? So we gotta take what comes. Let me see, I made some notes to myself because I'm always forgetting something, so I apologize. Okay. Oh yes, Saturday, or this Saturday, yesterday, I have told you guys I'm on a fiberboard fair, but the fiber technically has to do more with yarns, and I was asked to be on the board for this 3-year commitment. But they put on a big fair every year, and that's mainly what it is, the business side, not so much the fun side. But when we get together once a month at our meetings, you know, it's nice to bring your stitching or your yarn or whatever. But they do have judging at this major event, which falls in September. But I'm disappointed they don't consider thread a fiber. I mean, really? It goes in the other category. And I think it goes under the People's Choice. But I did get to see these ladies with these beautiful spinning wheels and taking either raw fiber or colored fiber and hand spinning it into yarn. It just looks so meditating to sit there and do that. Of course, me being naive about spinning yarn, even though I use it, I purchase it in the store, and I know that people sell it online raw, and some people dye it and sell it, and it's usually so much per ounce. These spinning wheels run anywhere from like $800 to $1,200. I didn't think it was quite that much. I mean, I think they have cheaper versions with the PC pipe and things like that, but I just like spinning wheels for the aesthetic reasons. Just, you know, having yarn spun on it and just having it as a piece, as much as I do floor stands and scrolls, I think are beautiful. You know, I've hear so much about this Millennium frame, and I've looked at it, and I think they're beautiful, but I'm not a two-handed stitcher. I don't know if I could become one, or whether it would be awkward for me. I'm not quite sure. Either way, I don't want to invest that much money into something that I might never use, or ever use, I should say. So I guess, I mean, I don't know, but it was just beautiful to watch, and almost they had the pedals on the floor like a almost like a sewing machine, only the 2 pedals where they just weave, you know, the thread and it's spun. It was just awesome to see. So I spent a whole day yesterday working on my white Afghan, and of course at the end of the day I found a mistake about 4 rows down, so I had to pull it all out. And I will tell you, I tend to be a a perfectionist, and if it's not perfect in my eyes, then it either goes away or if it's a small mistake, I can deal with it. I can't ever leave mistakes in my pieces and just work around. I can't. It's just my personality. I have a Quaker sampler that I found a mistake, and it's been away for 2 months now. I haven't thrown it away, but I think I might try to drag it out today and just see if it's fixable. If not, I'll probably just start over. It's the other one than the red one that I have. And then, of course, too, I have that Gloriana piece that's got a big mistake and worried about how much thread. But I think I'm going to dive into that when I have a little bit more time to just focus on it. Okay, oh yes, and then another thing they had there too, which I really want to do, is people are making socks. Now I'm a 2-needle person, or a 1-needle person with cross stitch, but they use the 4 needles. Excuse me. I just ate some popcorn a little bit ago, and I must have had a kernel or something kind of work its way down, and I just want to cough. But I'm thinking that might be good Christmas presents, but everything I noticed is wool now. Everything. And I don't know if I like the cleaning aspect of it, of hand washing things that are made in wool. I mean, wool has changed a lot. It's a lot softer. Some people wear it over other things like socks. I mean, if you want to go for a really warm look. But anyway, so I might try some socks and we'll see what happens. Okay, on to my cross stitch, and hopefully I just didn't bore you with that little bit. I stopped at my local framer, because I don't want to forget to tell you this, because I was interested in, it's been a while since I framed anything, and I was just interested in the cost of it. And I figured, and I can't frame myself, I'm not even going to attempt to try, and I don't have the patience for it, I don't think. But I figured it'd cost me somewhere, because my pieces are large, anywhere from $200 to $300, at least. So I was asking about regular glass versus museum glass. And of course, the museum glass is so beautiful and crystal clear. And I think if you're going to stitch a piece, it would be best to just make it the highest quality, as an heirloom. So a 16 by 20 piece of glass is $17, just regular, which is, to me, reasonable or pretty cheap. Museum glass is $54. It's almost 3 times the amount. Is it worth it? Absolutely. But then you're looking at more cost, and depending upon the number of mats that you use and the type of frame. Somehow my eyes always direct to the most expensive things. Probably my taste. My pocketbook doesn't match it, but that's my taste anyway. But I wanted to just pass that information along to you. Okay, so now for my pieces. I spent the majority of the week working on my French alphabet sampler, and I suppose I put in over 450 stitches in it, which sounds like a lot, but it doesn't look like a lot. And I don't know what it is, but ever since before Thanksgiving, everything I pick up, I have to rip out. I make mistakes continuously. I wish this frog would just leave my house. I'm just getting so discouraged. I mean, I know everybody goes through it, but every piece I pick up, I mean, come on. And the namesake sampler, I've had to restitch almost each letter of the alphabet, at least twice. So here's my French alphabet sampler, and I did the letter B. It took me almost a whole week to stitch that. Let me show it to you closer here. And if you notice something on the top part here, and I colored off on it, but this doesn't, oops, sorry, wrong one. This one doesn't connect. So now, I mean, it's not a lot to rip out, so I'm going to have to rip out this part up here. But it's like, really? Why don't I notice those things when it's going on? And I tend to get more frustrated with myself, and then I need to stitch just a tiny bit right here, and then the bee will be done. I'm pretty tired of this piece right now, especially after working on it 5 days in a row. I mean, it looks pretty easy, and it is easy, but there's so much tying off and going around. And I think what I did, I kind of worked on one side of the thread and went back down the other, and I must have just miscounted, or I was counting. I don't know what I was thinking. Obviously not thinking at all. And then I've been dreading, my neighbor just walked by my window, on this side too, the scrolling goes all the way down. It's absolutely beautiful. But there's all these like little curlicue things that go around, and there's not really any way of like not tying off your thread. So I'm not really looking forward to that either. So maybe this should be one of these pieces that I put in, I don't know, 10 stitches a day or something. But that's what I worked on mainly all week. And then I did start at the beginning of the week working on my namesake sampler. This way, maybe. Oh, here we go. But I did the letter D. And I think that took me 2 days, excuse me. That took me 2 days. So overall, I mean, this is like one of my favorite pieces to work on because it's just fun. I don't know why. You just have those fun pieces. But that's how far I've gotten on this. And I just really want to start something new bad. I mean, like, really bad. But I keep going to Facebook and I see all these beautiful pieces, and my list keeps growing, and I mean weekly and daily growing. And I need to really just concentrate on finishing some pieces. So thank you again for all your comments. If you have any questions to me, I'd be happy to answer. I appreciate all your positive thoughts and your comments. You're so uplifting and so positive, and I just enjoy reading them and answering them. And usually I will answer in the comments section if you wanted to go through and read them. I know other stitchers tend to just answer the questions on their video, but I tend to just answer them in the comments and give people the feedback if they have any questions, unless it's something really in-depth, and then I'll explain it on here. But thanks for watching. I hope you have a great week, and catch you soon. Bye.